Has it started? Okay. So now we'll begin from where we had left yesterday. We were reading on paragraph number 4. It was over? Okay. Then we are beginning it again. You will have to feel a little more bored. But Albert Einstein, I would request all of you to keep mum when I am reading. Okay. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. I told you yesterday the meaning of this student. He went to high school in Munich. Munich is a city where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old and scored good marks in almost every subject. There he started studying and he went to the school, he got good marks, means he had a good concentration. Einstein hated the school's regimentation and often clashed with his teachers. Now the way of teaching, the teaching methodology or you can say the curriculum or the pattern of teaching, he did not like at all. He hated that. Remember this term, you will have to answer with this term only. There is no other word for that. Regimentation of the school. Getting?
Yes, sir.
So he hated the school because of this only, and he had some clashes with teachers. You also might have had some clashes with the teachers or not? Till now? You have had? You had it or not? Means you maintain good relations with teachers? Good? Good. This is what is to be learned. You know? This nobody knows that you learn in school unknowingly. How to have a good relation or communication with a person. Getting? This teaches you professionally good thing. One should always have good communication with others. Because you never know when you need that person. Getting? It's life, it's full of surprise. Okay. The next thing, at the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. Now when he was just 15 years old, he did not like the school. He felt that it is not going to help him out in life. So he left the school there at that time. Don't take this risk now. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. Before he left the school, his parents had already left him 1 year before. Means when he was 14 years old, his parents had moved to Milan, the another city. You might have heard the name of this. Have you?
Yes.
Yes, sir. The footballers know this very well. So they moved to Milan and they left their son with the relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland in a city which was more liberal than Munich. Now, when he had a lot of discussion with parents and relatives, his wish of studying in a German-speaking school. Earlier, he might have been studying in other language school, like you are studying in an English medium school, where you have to study in English. Though you don't do that, no. So he had a wish to study in his own language. That school he got in Switzerland. And that city was more liberal than Munich. Means there he had more liberty, more freedom than Munich. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. Now he was expert in mathematics and he was so much had interest in physics. He was good at these subjects. You can say scientifically he was very strong. His science quotient was very strong, you can say. So he continued his study in a university something that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustache. Now, this was not the only thing which was his interest or his passion. The other things were also there, and he has been called as a dashing young man who had a walrus mustache. What is walrus? Do you know what is walrus? It's a kind of an animal which you would see on the seashores.
Yes, sir.
It does not stand up ever because it does not have legs. It stands on its stomach. It has got big canine teeth, you can say.
Yes.
2 canine teeth. You can search. It lives on land as well as on water. So that is walrus mustache, means big stout mustaches he had. He also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Mileva Marek, whom he found to be a clever creature. Now he was also interested in a fellow student whom he could say that she is a clever creature. Her name was Mileva Marek. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. Now he had come to this girl who had come to Switzerland because the university where they were studying in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could also study, could get the degree. Earlier, every university, every college was not for women. Einstein saw in her an ally against the Philistines, those people in his family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. Now, he found a good friend in her, a good human being in her, because he was not having good relations with the Philistines, if you know this term. You know Philistines? Again something is there? There's a mask. Try to save others. Okay, so he found a good friend in her because with other people, other students, those who were Philistines, he did not have a good relation with them. The couple fell in love, later survive in which they put their affection into words, mixing signs with tenderness. Now both of them finally fell in love and they exchanged letters and they showed their emotions and feelings in those letters they shared with each other. So, their emotions were also mixed up with the scientific languages. They used scientific language while writing the letters to each other. Wrote Einstein. Now, how he wrote a letter, let's see, we have a glimpse of that. How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion. You might have heard relativity, what is in science. So that's how he wrote letters. They wrote letters to each other with the scientific language. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. Now, in the year 1900, he was graduate from the university and had no job in the beginning. He was a fresher, you can say. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. Now, in the beginning, he became a teaching assistant at some places. He started giving private lessons, means private lectures, you can say tuitions, apart from teaching job. And finally, he got the job in a patent office. Do you know what is a patent office? What is a patent? Is there anybody who knows patent?
And certificate would you order to do some invention?
No, they do not give order to do
So
something.
which give
It's a
license.
document. It's a document
Right.
which is given to inventor for an invention.
Yes, it's a document which is given to an inventor for his inventions. Now, why is it given? For example, if I make a mobile, so would I get that? No, because it has already been invented.
Yes, sir.
Something new if you have done. You might have heard, if you see the videos on YouTube or on some other channels, they have a copyright.
Yes, sir.
You know, copyright means it is their patent. They have the rights to use it at any place. You cannot do that because of that thing. So once you get patent of something, it is only you who can utilize it. You want, you can sell that thing. That patent also you can sell. Understanding? So he got the job at that place where he could see things in Bern in 1902. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. Now, where he got the job? To assess others' inventions, to check whether they were perfect, to check whether they have not copied the ideas or something which is already being done. So he was there for this, but in secret, means secretly he was developing his own ideas for things. Later on, we will come to know about it. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Now, he used to have fun while working at that place, and he used to call his desk drawer the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. This term you need to remember because there is a question based on this. One of the famous papers in 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Now, when he started working in that patent office in 1902, after 3 years of that, he released a paper, that theory of relativity, that time and distance are not absolute. Getting? Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey, if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. Do you know this thing? Like if I put another clock here and I start them together. Getting? So after a journey, means whole journey, they will not show the same time. For some time they will be moving together, everything will be the same. What time it is showing the same, the other would show. But after the journey, getting? It will not show the same time. This is the theory of relativity, which says that time and distance are not absolute. Now this theory was proven later, that you will come to know. From this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy. Right after this, another famous formula was founded or invented by him, which says, which gives the relationship between mass and energy. You might have studied this formula, have you or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I will not be describing it. I will be moving further. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unraveling. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. Now, when he was busy with his inventions and his work, his theories and all, his private life, or you can say personal life, was going into the dark. Because he wanted to get married that girl, Mileva, right after finishing his studies. But his mother was against it. Let's see the reason. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. Now, the lady had two big major problems with the girl, that she was 3 years older than her son, means from Einstein, and she was as intelligent as Einstein because she also studied the same subject. And you might have a good friend. How many of you have best friends? Best friends. I know everybody doesn't have. So all cannot raise their hands. You have? You don't have? 3, 4, 8, 9, 14, 15. Okay. Quite less number of people have best friends. You and your best friend might have the same kind of thinking, hobbies, passions, and interest. We become friends, we make friends when we find the person who has the same kind of ideology, who has the same kind of things which we do, who likes the same kind of thing which we like. There is something that is similar between good friends. When your friendship is grown up properly, you will find that there would be some differences, but still that relationship will be there. So here they both had fallen in love because of the same interest. Getting? As they both belonged to the same background, means that science, and both had so much of interest in studies and all. Here Einstein could not do anything because his mother was against it. She is a book like you. His mother said Einstein put the wedding off. Now when his mother said that she is also like a bookworm like you, he was always busy in his studies and all. So she said that this girl is not going to be a good partner for you because you will be busy in the same thing as she. And then he had to put the wedding off, means he put it aside. He did not pay attention to it anymore. The pair finally married in January 1903 and had 2 sons. Now they finally got married in 1903 after 3 years of that. But a few years later, the marriage faltered. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. Now they got married, but after a few years, the marriage faltered. Means now there was the fight of individuality, the fight of identity. Because she was getting bored at home, she was a housewife now, she was not able to work on her own ambitions which she had in the beginning or before the marriage. Sometimes it happens like in the society every individual wants to make his her own identity. But marriage is a big thing. It changes life. It brings changes in life. So संवर गई आपकी जुल्फें? So you should get a proper haircut. Okay, let's come back to the topic. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1990. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. Lucky man. Losing one, getting another. Doesn't happen with everyone else. And he has grown up also too much now. He was born in the year. In which year was he born? 1879. Now he is getting married in 1919. How old is he?
40 years.
40 years. Big thing, no? Okay. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame. Now this marriage, the second marriage, proved to be the lucky charm for him. It proved to be lucky because right after he got married, he did something. You see, in 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. Now, in 1915, he had published a theory for relativity, which provided a new interpretation, a new way, a new thought, a new path towards gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. Now his theory of that relativity proved or got proved through an eclipse of sun that it was accurate. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. Now he had already calculated these all things. You know how eclipses are formed? Do you know this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Tell. So he had already calculated all those things, that how much light it would be and how much time it will hold. These all things he had already calculated. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. Now the newspaper, when they published his theory and when it was proved accurate, so they proclaimed that it was a scientific revolution. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. Now, in 1921, he was awarded with Nobel Prize for Physics, you can say, and later on, he was invited by each and every country in the world. He was invited by all the institutions, those who were working with the science field, and every newspaper had his name in praising or lauding. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the United States. Now, when the Nazis, you know Nazis,
Yes, sir.
you might have read in history.
Yes,
So, when the Nazis came in power in 1933, he went to the United States. Emigrated means he shifted there. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Now, after shifting there, and 5 years later of that, there was another invention, you can say, which brought nuclear fission in Berlin. So the American physicist was an uproar. You know what is uproar?
Very upset.
Yes. Why?
Because
Why was he upset with that invention, the nuclear fission?
He was afraid of Nazi to use it.
He was afraid of the disaster, destruction this thing could bring in the world. Getting? Many of them had fled from fascism, just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. Now, there were so many scientists who had run away from that place just like Einstein had, and they had a fear that now Nazis could make an atomic bomb and could use it anywhere in the world. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American president. Now, on a request, urging is a request or insist. On that, he wrote a letter to the American president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, on 2nd August 1939. Remember the dates, huh? Don't forget the dates. In which he warned a single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. Now he wrote in his letter, these were the words which I read of his own letter. Okay? So in that he wrote that a bomb like that, a kind of a bomb like that, could destroy a big area, a huge area. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own. Now, what he intended to write a letter? He intended to write a letter that they should stop people from developing such kind of bombs. What Americans did? They developed their own. Means it is just like that कि आप किसी को indiscipline सिखा तो नहीं सकते, डिसिप्लिन सिखा नहीं सकते, you cannot. तो चलो हम भी बिगाड़ दो. It is just like that. Isn't it? ऐसे ही कुछ ना? कोई तो मानता है. Thank you. Now, and dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1940. They made it, they developed an atomic bomb and they utilized it. It was the only country who has ever used an atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of the destruction. This time he wrote a public missive to the United Nations. Now when this thing happened, he was very much upset by the destruction of that bomb. He was very much upset and then he decided to write a letter to the United Nations. Why did he write? In it he proposed the formation of a world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. Now, when he wrote a letter, he wanted to have a world government so that there would be peace all around the world and people would work on developing things, not like bombs. So, this letter, though, did not make any impact on anybody. The earlier letter which he wrote had a strong impact that they developed their own atomic bomb. But this one did not do anything, did not help him out. But over the next decade, Einstein got ever more involved in politics, agitating for an end to the arms build-up and using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. Now, after that letter, maintaining a good relation. Okay, so after that letter did not make an impact, he himself decided to reach to the people. He became more active in politics and then he started campaigning for the world democracy and peace, and he was against of developing more atomic bombs or developing more nuclear power or arms build up, you can say. Means he was against of building up arms also. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. Now, when he died in 1955, he was just 76 years old. Did I say just? It's enough, no? 76. So, when he died at that age, he was celebrated as a world citizen. What is the meaning of world citizen?
Citizen of the whole world.
Citizen of the whole world. That is world citizen. Means he was not celebrated as an American or German or something like that. Everybody thought about him to be their own person. And the second, he was a visionary scientist. Is that clear to everybody? Now, we have some questions. Who had these opinions about science? Einstein. He was boring. His playmates. He was stupid and would never succeed in life. His school teacher or headmaster in this week. He was a freak. His mother thought about him that he was a freak. Explain what the reasons for the following are. Now I want individuals. Einstein leaving the school in Munich for good.
Einstein failed to solve Stanford.
So he left the school in Munich. Okay. The second thing, Einstein wanting to study in Switzerland rather than in Munich. Yes.
Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland in a country because it was more liberal than Munich.
It was more liberal than good. Einstein seeing in Mileva and Ellie. He's watching a friend in that girl. What was the reason?
They had a lot in common.
They had a lot of things which were common between them. Okay, thank you. What do these tell you about Einstein? What did Einstein call his desk drawer at the patent office? Why?
The Bureau of Theoretical Physics.
He called this. Why?
So because he had made inventions on it.
He had made inventions. Wrong. Sit down. Anyone else? The second question. Why did he call his desk drawer the Bureau of Theoretical Physics? You need to search.
Because Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret.
Because he was developing his own ideas in secrets. Second, he was assessing the others' inventions also. Okay, next. Why did Einstein write a letter to Franklin Roosevelt? Very easy answer it is. Everybody should know.
Because he
Yes. Yeah.
That he wanted to stop making of a nuclear bombs.
No. Yes.
At the army of college,
Says he
in
wanted-
which he warned a single bomb of the type exploded in a phone.
Yes. As a warning. Sit down. Thank you. Okay. How did Einstein react to the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Sir, because the bombing might have very well destroyed the whole fort together with some of surrounding territory.
Sit down.
He was deeply shaken by the bombing in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Then he wrote a letter to the United Nations that
There should be a world
there should be a
government.
united government.
World government.
World government.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Why does the world remember Einstein as a world citizen? Why does the world remember Einstein as a world citizen?
Because he was a good citizen for all and all not as he was a German or Indian because
Hold on. Sit down.
the world remember Einstein as world citizen as he was genius scientific genius.
The other thing you have answered.